All right, big day for the club of Manchester United as we are into the final of the UEFA Europa League. And I tell you what, the charge to go and play in the Champions League is really on. But the most stressing bit of it all is that we are obviously going to be facing one of the sides that has gone ahead to beat us most of the times in the recent past, that is Spurs. And I cannot obviously come out and obviously tell you that we're obviously gonna be winning this beautiful game of football. But all I know, most of the players will be back and they'll be charged for the final. So that's exactly what is really happening in here onto the United Matters channel. Manchester United are really gonna be playing into the final of the UEFA Europa League, and I know this is really huge excitement because you know what it means to win the UEFA Europa League. You are going to be playing into the Champions League. That is next season, and that is exactly where I want us to be playing, because it obviously helps us do the needful in there for us as a club of Manchester United. And guess what? 21st May is going to be the date. 12 days from now, that's when we're obviously going to be playing this competition and obviously get it done and dusted. But it never went ahead, obviously, start on as would have gone out to expect. They scored in the first half in the 31st minute, and Harry Maguire gave away the ball, and Onana went ahead to obviously gift them a little bit. I think would have gone ahead to do better, though I cannot blame him a lot. The huge blame goes to Harry Maguire because of that blind pass that he did. And when you're playing against players with quality, you don't really give away balls at the edge of the tennis box area. You see, when you're playing against players of quality, even when you give out the ball at the center arc, a team can penalize you, and they really went ahead to do the needful and really went ahead to score against us. First half ended 3-1, and we are like, where is the goal going to be coming in from? They attacked, but they wouldn't obviously get a second goal. But Mason Mount was brought on in the 72nd minute. Ball from Lane Yoro, and he went ahead to do the needful and really put that ball in the back of the net. And the moment he put that ball in, I got to know that we're obviously already in the final, because I knew to it that they needed to score more 3 goals to extend this game to extra time, and they never had their 2 danger men. That is Nico Williams and Inaki Williams, the William brothers. So after that, a ball was brought in by Bruno Fernandes, and Casemiro brushed that ball in the back of the net. Then Rasmus Højlund got an assist from a player known as Amadi Diallo, who really ran towards the byline and really did a cutback. And Rasmus Højlund went ahead to obviously get a tap in. But for that goal again, you have to give a player known as Leni Yoro his flowers, because he did what he had to do as a player. And guess what happened? He released, I think, Patrick Dogo. Patrick Dogo waited for Ahmad to really malloud past him towards the byline, and that's how the goal came in through. For Rasmus Højlund, he needed this goal badly, and this is really his 6th goal in the UEFA Europa League. And if at all you've been following up on Rasmus Højlund, I tell you what, he has gone ahead to obviously look very good, especially into the link-up play, hold-up play, and I think this is where people didn't understand the player. They were trying to judge these players of Manchester United when the team is at its worst. You understand? And if you're Rasmus Højlund and you're really playing for a club known as Manchester United, with the pressure it comes with, it's hard for you to sink in if the other players that are really senior aren't really doing their job. But finally, they happen to have gone ahead to do their job. When they did their job, you saw what the results have gone ahead to be for the club of Manchester United. Poor results, good of them, and we are into the final. And kudos to Rasmus Højlund. And I told you that when Amadi Diallo is into that front line, I'm 100% sure that something will be created in there. Then in the 90th plus 2nd minute, Mason Mount scored his 2nd goal of the day. And I know most of you are really going to be rushing into Mason Mount, that is your man of the match, but I think we'll do the player ratings tomorrow morning and we'll let you know what my thoughts are about it. But the manager was really very, very, very concerned with this yellow card that Mazarawi had gone ahead to get, and he took him off early. And I was like, he needs to be protected a lot. By the way, he's one of those players that we need to protect a lot, especially as we prepare for this finale. As between now and the 20th, United has to play against West Ham. We have to play against Chelsea, right? And those two games, meaning that we need to be at our best and keep our best players in there. We are playing West Ham at Old Trafford on Sunday. I know the manager will obviously see to it that he rests some players and rotation will be done. Maybe for this game of West Ham, he'll obviously throw in very many players. And after throwing in very many players, he'll be like, when I'm playing Chelsea, I won't really take a very huge risk in there, because he knows to it that in the midweek Man United will be playing against Tottenham Hotspur. And for Spurs, almost their squad is back. That is where we need to look at and really digest a little bit about that game of football, because for them, they've gone ahead to beat the side known as Bodo Glimt by 2 goals to nil. Dominic Solanke and Pedro Porro were on target. And guess who was there? Vicario in goal, Porro right back, Udogi left back, Van der Ven, Romero in there, Yefis Besuma and Bentaku, Kulusevski, Richarlison, Johnson and Solanke. When you see them line up like that, you obviously get to know that they really have a lot into stake, you know. And I know by the time we play the final, maybe James Maddison will be back, you know. I don't know what happened to Son Min Yoon in there, but all I want to let you know is that a lot is really going to be happening in there. And I tell you what, nothing is obviously going to be stopping us from really hitting that side. It's still tricky, and we need to wait and see how the preview will be. But all I tell you is the players looked great. You know, they looked great. Casemiro was into a 6. I saw Manuel Ugarte making those central runs. I like the way Patrick Dogu inverted, you know, for the 3rd goal. And by the way, would have gone ahead to get himself an assist into that first moment of the match. I'm talking about the first half, because he released Garnacho, and Garnacho had a 1v1 versus the goalkeeper of Real Sociedad, of Atletico Bilbao, but he couldn't obviously do that. But all in all, kudos to what United did in the first game away, 3-0, because if that game had ended like 1-0, I tell you, pressure would have gone ahead to mount to us a lot. But we really overcame the pressure, and United went ahead to do what exactly they needed to do, and they sorted Atletico Bilbao. And I see to it that a lot of luck is at the Manchester United. Remember, when you're playing against Lyon, red card came in through and we went to extra time and we got the winner just a minute to penalties. Go to Real Sociedad, you know what happened. Manchester United went ahead to score 3 goals and they got a red card. They came to Old Trafford when they're really having a deficit of 3 goals. Pull one back to take the aggregate to 3-1, but United went ahead to defend really well. So, Ruben Amorim, I would want to see him really win this, you know. I would like to see him really win this and obviously add it to his catalogue, and maybe it might keep him here for some time at the side of Manchester United. That is Ruben Amorim for you. So, United 4, Atletico Bilbao 1. Aggregate 7-1. That's what United really went ahead obviously do. And Kobe Mainoo came in through. I saw Harry Ahmaz coming through. And very many players really had a lot to do to that game of football. But if I'm to go to the man of the match, for me, I'm not going to go in for Mason Mount. I'm going to go in for Lenny Yoro. The assist for the first goal and that secondary assist. This is third assist for the 3rd goal. And how he defended, how he's really growing to the Premier League, and how he's really looking. What a signing from Lille. I know one of my friends known as, is it Rose, who obviously came up and obviously had lots of bad words against this guy. But guess what? The guy is going to hate to prove him wrong. So, your reactions are welcome in the comment section below. But United are through to the final. They're facing Spurs on the 21st in the stadium of Atletico Bilbao. We out.